Another deal that's come under scrutiny, Jack, is Mohamed Salah's new contract. Of course, the Mail on Sunday goes, Mo's farewell tour threatens to turn into a funeral march. He has been at the centre of what has happened at Liverpool last season and this season, the poster boy of their success and almost the poster boy of their failures as well. What is the approach now? Because they want to give him the send-off that he deserves, and yet they need to qualify for the Champions League and go as far as they can in this season's Champions League. Does he warrant the starting place now? Not
at the moment on his form, no, but their options aren't fantastic. We've seen, I mentioned the Brighton game where Slot was changing people around left, right and centre and nobody impressed. So maybe just because of who he is, he keeps that place. I think you said there's scrutiny on the deal, which, yes, in hindsight looks a mistake to giving him that contract, but it would have been deemed madness not to have given him the deal at the end of last season. He was absolutely incredible. Won PFA Player of the Year, FWA Player of the Year for the third time. Drove them to the title almost on his own. So it would have been insanity not to have tried to keep him last season. No one could have seen the drop-off, the incredible drop-off coming this year. They can't get sentimental if Slot's the one whose job's on the line. And between him and Salah, it's a player that they clearly don't see eye to eye. Salah's come through him very publicly with that interview did in the mix zone at Leeds. Slot isn't going to concern himself with making sure Salah gets a nice send-off if getting across the line into the top five or winning the Champions League is on the line and he's not convinced that he can deliver what he needs, and there's not a lot of evidence that he can.
I think the whole farewell tour thing is a mistake. I mean, basically, they're not in a position where they can have a farewell tour. No. You know, there shouldn't be any sentiment. There's no sentiment. They've got to finish in the Champions League. They've got to do better than this. It's interesting yesterday that obviously Salah had the chances, didn't score, his confidence looked drained, and he stayed on the pitch till quite. And you're thinking he should have come off. He should have been first change. And it's almost like you're thinking, Arne Slot's thinking, can I take him off? Yeah. Can I take him off? And he took him off right at the end. And you're thinking, well, what's the point of that?
I thought exactly that.
He should have been first change. He should have come off.
Exactly that. When he made those changes, you're thinking, well, it's got to be Salah.
And I think even Salah was probably surprised he stayed on the pitch.
Yeah.
You know, because it would have been the right change to get him off. And I think that the problem is they can't afford to let this become a sentimental thing because it's going to undermine them.
Another deal that's come under scrutiny.